Okay.
You know, and if I book him at the University of Wisconsin, then I could get Walker to come down and do the show with Joe because it's going to be close enough. Or if I have him do, NYU, that's great. There's always Star Kids somewhere in New York, so I could grab them to
I
do the
know.
show with. And if I can have Tessa come, I'll have Tessa come. If I can have Brittany come, I'll have Brittany come. So that's what our Joe and I have been concentrating a lot on right now is getting his package together to sell at NACA. So if any of you are listening and you go to college, find out if your college belongs to NACA and let your representative know that Star Kids agent and Joe Moses' agent is going to be there selling.
Are you expecting a lot of people? I know that I've seen a lot of fans talking about Chicago and Wisconsin and Boston and things like that. How soon do you think this could happen?
Another agent's leaving.
I'm off to the ball.
She's going, oh, you're all fancied out. See, we get dressed up sometimes to go out.
3D Arts Awards.
The 3D Arts Awards, she's going. Bye, guys. Okay,
That
go on,
sounds
sorry.
fun. So how soon do you think shows could start getting booked with that? When you
With
go?
NACA?
Yeah.
Or you mean the fan? Joe Moses shows us at.
Either way, there are people who are itching to get him in Boston for one.
Yeah,
and Toronto.
I could book that in a heartbeat. It'll be a weekend show when it comes to venues. So, say if there's a club in Boston that wants to calls me and said, okay, we want to book your act. Here's how much it's going to cost. Blah blah blah. I have to figure in travel. I have to figure in talent. How much I'm going to pay them, and then when they have an availability and I can get the flights, he'd go. He'll drop everything to do a show. He is so professional. He will drop everything to do a show, other than other theatrical work, of course.
Okay. Now someone's asking about Invasion in London in May. Is that what it's called?
Yes, it's Star Fury Productions, and it's called Invasion, and it's a con run by a friend of mine, and it's Sean Harry. He's a great guy, and it's a sci-fi convention. And I've known Sean forever because I used to have an actor on the show, Angel. His name was Lauren. He played Lauren, Andy Hallett, who had passed away. Anyway, Andy used to do all the Star Fury shows. At any rate, so Sean said, Pat, I'd love to have Star Kids. He said, do they do any sci-fi? I said, funny you should ask. Here's Starship. And he loved it. And so that is going to be Joey and Dylan, Denise, Meredith, Brian, and Walker, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and Lauren. Yeah, so Moses is not going to be attending that one.
Okay, and are they gonna be performing from Starship?
No, they're just going to be doing panels and being Star Kids and being silly and funny and talking about Starship and doing autographs and basically it's the same thing they did at RingCon last year. RingCon was God, dude, everybody from Germany was there to see him, and that's when they met Sean Astin and they love Sean. And when they did, it was so cute when Darren and Joey did the Annie Awards the other night. All Sean talked about was so Dylan.
But I heard that Darren was wearing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pants.
Well, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were presenting, and Sean Astin brought these pajama pants, and Darren goes, can I put those on? And Sean said, yeah, sure. So he put them on when he presented them. It was very, very cute. Oh, is that a Yorkie?
It's actually a Chihuahua who belongs to my roommate. My other roommate enjoys tormenting the Chihuahua, so that's why it's barking right now.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
All right, so we've talked about that. Do you know when A Very Potter Senior Year is going to get on YouTube?
Okay, the problem is we thought we had it down, but the sound is so incredibly bad. That's why you guys got scripts. We're doing our best to fix it. We really, really are. The boys are working really hard on it. It was, there was way too many technical difficulties. So right now we're hoping and praying mid-March. We're really, it's not like they're ignoring it. It's a bitch to fix. And and you can't go and give it to somebody to fix it because you have to be involved in it.
Right.
So.
And it would probably cost money to get it done by somebody else. Then
That doesn't faze us. We would pay for it, but the problem is that we'd have to have Matt and Nick with them the whole time anyway.
Yeah,
because they would never let somebody else edit it. You
well.
saw it. What would you edit out?
Yeah, I don't know. That would be a hard one. That show was fantastic, and I was in tears probably from maybe the sort of beginning of Act 2 till the end, because I'm sappy and.
Well, you know how I felt about it. I was in it, so there you go.
Oh, I know. I saw someone the other day that reminded me of your scene, but I won't say anything. No spoilers.
Candy from the Trolleys, dear.
So, okay. Are we going to LeakyCon this year?
Oh yeah. Almost everybody's going to Portland. That one's great. That one's all set up. London is going to be a limited cast just because it's London. It costs so much money. Right. But definitely, Portland's the place to be. It's going to be a ton of them. Everybody you love is going to be there.
I love everybody.
Yeah, you do.
I know what you mean. So, obviously there's not going to be another show at Leaky.
No, there's not going to be another show at Leaky, but we will do a musical performance. Did you go to Leaky in Florida?
No, but my friends went and taped everything for me, so.
So basically it's going to be kind of like that. It's going to be kind of like, well, it was because of Leaky in Florida we did the tours. Because it was so well received. The music was so well received. So basically that's kind of what we're going to do at Leaky. We're going to do a full-on performance, and we're gonna hopefully throw some skits in there. But we're not going to do Harry Potter 5 or whatever. Sadly we're done writing Harry Potter stuff right now.
Do you see them going on like a musical tour again?
Not really, not right now. We've got, like I said, Airport for Birds wraps at the end of March. Then I'll have college bookings for them. And then we're hoping that, something else might come up soon. That's all I'm saying about that. And then May, some of them are going to London. June is Portland. We might have something going on in July. And then August, some of them are going off to London again. And then in October, there's something going on. I think someone might be going back to RingCon. But there will be a Star Kids something this year.
Sounds like a busy year.
Yeah, it's going to be a very busy year. But, I know a lot of the fans are thinking, oh my God, if I don't get another show, I'm going to die. Don't die. Don't die. We're trying. We're working on all sorts of stuff.
That's awesome. So, someone was asking me earlier if you had any suggestions for people who want to get into what, Star Kid does, entertainment. And you've been an agent forever, so.
They want to be a performer?
Yeah.
Well, my suggestion, and nowadays I can actually suggest this. 20 years ago I couldn't. It's like, look what my kids have done. I'm not saying my kids aren't talented. My kids are brilliant. But, there's people out there who are more talented. Of course there are. And less talented, of course. But come up with something and do it. Dear God, if that, look what's on YouTube nowadays. Excuse me, Tessa Netting. Tessa Netting was on Broadway. I had no idea Tessa Netting was on Broadway. I'm a Harry Potter freak. I see her video. I call her up. I track her down. I talk her into coming to Los Angeles. But boom, she's on Glee. If you could do something like that, do it. Put it online. There'll be somebody like me looking for it. I have the most used iPad in the world because, thank God, knock on wood, I'm one of those kind of people who can watch TV and read a book. Or watch TV and look at YouTube. And that's how I find people constantly. So if somebody wants to be like Star Kid, do like Star Kid. Do something, put it online.
Good advice.